Hello, it's me, your pal Amy, reporting from MacDowell, day 8. So, I am here to tell you that at the studio there's a really large picture window, which results in multiple giant dragonflies bonking their heads against all day. So, in the afternoon, there's the constant sound of thumps and thuds of the unfortunate dragonflies. Unfortunate dragonflies. Did I say grasshoppers? I meant dragonflies, if I did. But the unfortunate dragonflies are getting their noggins clocked almost every day around between 3 and 5. So I feel bad for them. I am realizing there's a whole other section of the residency that I didn't realize that's beyond this studio, so I'm going to give someone a ride to dinner, and I'll go and see that studio and a mysterious ice house and a mysterious amphitheater that I want to go look at. And there's also an intriguing thing on the map marked log cabin or gazebo. So there's lots of still things to explore outdoors. And there's also something called the Oracle, which I think is at one of the studios in the northern part of the property, where you submit a question and you pick an answer, and it's sort of like Magic 8 Ball, and whoever the writer is stationed at that cottage, they have to maintain the Oracle. That's part of their unwritten rules, stewardship of that cottage. It might be called Chapman, but I'm not sure. But like I said, there's a lot of writers here. There's probably, and even the other artists, there's only one other pure artist, and everyone else is sort of an interdisciplinary. So they do writing, they do art, but so there's a heavily weighted writer population. So I've been trying to blend, and last night, a musician, actually, a composer, read his autobiographical story about being a telemarketer. And it made me feel brave to maybe read some of my essays. I don't know. So there's an actual like bona fide essay writer here who's very accomplished in her field. I am, of course, a baby essay writer, a essay dabbler. So I offered to be her opening act, and she could be the headliner. So maybe I'll be brave enough to do an essay night with this more accomplished essay writer. And I don't know which one I'll read. Maybe like my one about Diebenkorn's notes to himself in the studio about being a Pollyanna. Or I could do the proof is in the punctum. So I'm going to decide which one I want to be my opener. But I'll have to skirt my courage for that, because I am a pretender to the writer throne. So yeah, I covered the dragonflies getting bonked. Oh yeah, and last night there, additionally to the composer who read, other writers read, and there seemed to be a common theme about tricky moms, which I related to. So I felt like I could bond on that subject. And then, I was just kind of thinking to myself about like, what does the experience of working here feel like? And to me, it's like being a goldfish. Like, so you normally, like my studio's little, so you feel like you're kind of like the carnival goldfish in the little bowl. But then all of a sudden you're plunged in this deluxe aquarium, like a rich person's house, like a rich person's aquarium, and you're plunged into this wonderful aquarium where like the food is top notch, the scenery is top notch, the space is abundant, and you can just feel like you're like a koi, like bulking up in terms of like feeling like you can grow, expand. So I've been really productive because it's like so peaceful and there's so much space, so I can really like produce. I just feel like I'm free to like make a lot of stuff more than I would in my small fish bowl. So if this isn't getting too long, I might do a little quick, in case you're wondering, like a visual art studio, what does it have? I was going to show you real quick, so let's go take a look. Okay, so here there are two rolling tables. I've put them together in the middle of the room to free up the wall space, but they're the same length, so that's kind of nice. There's also, we've already covered the writer's desk, which I am completely all over now. There's also another desk here that's also on wheels. And the artist studios don't really have like a ton of chairs. You'll get like a stool or two, and one office chair. Mine doesn't go up or down, so it's a little low to the ground, so it's kind of like a low rider. So I do a lot more work like standing up. They also offer you an old-time easel, which is really cool. Look at that guy. So much weathering and paint splatters on him. That's a really old, used, well-loved easel. There's also this cute little thing, which I was delighted by. I haven't used it, but it's kind of like a little, I guess like a taboret. It rolls around. Maybe one could put like their paint on it. I don't know. And then there's like a slop sink. They give you Dawn dish detergent. The paper towels are more like industrial. So you can see they're like this. Sorry, this is very painter-focused YouTube video. But anyway, painters want to know about the paper towel situation. And so I would advise bring your own if you want bounty. And then this is like my snack cache, because they actually don't, snacks is sort of something it's on you. So I up my snack game pretty hardcore. But you get a microwave, a water heater, and one of these little pour over things. So you get that. And then you can also ask them for ground coffee every week in a Ziploc. So you don't have to bring your own coffee, they give it to you. And they also give you sugar, and you can ask for creamer and half and all that sort of stuff, so they cover you. And then the other thing that's kind of cool that they have is this sort of rolling, it looks like a little tank, but this is where I put the palette. I did like freezer paper palette, but you can kind of open this and look inside and store stuff. They have a glass palette in there, but I just didn't want to be bothered. Here's the handle, and you can kind of roll it around. It's really heavy and cool. I don't know, I just really love that thing. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to work, but it's, everything's been kind of thought out. So, I just really appreciate that. And you can use push pins in the walls if you want. I think they're pretty chill about, hanging stuff up. The wall behind me is actually the kind that's pebbly, that you can push pins in really easily. And then the other walls are more like drywall. Like that's a drywall wall, and that's a drywall. But yeah, so that concludes my studio accoutrement tour de studio accoutrement. And I will be back soon. I don't know when, but if I find something else fun to talk about, I'll be back. Okay, Amy signing out. Hope everybody's doing good. Bye.